everybody. Welcome to Stamp and Chat Live. I am Gina from Gina K Designs, and it's great to see all of you coming in from all around the world. Today, we're going to have a lot of fun because we're going to be making a couple of spring cards, and I'm going to be using two of my favorite die sets that I only get to use a couple times a year. And one of them, I thought in my brain that I was only going to use during Christmas, but I think it's going to make a great card for spring. I'm going to do it a little bit different. Going to make it more of a welcome to the neighborhood card, but I think it's a great card anytime you want to create something that has that homey feel. And also an Easter card with it. And then I wanted to let you guys know that we are having a spring sale. It's just a small collection of spring products that we put up at some reduced prices. And we have two brand new things. So I'm going to show them to you right away just so that you get to see them and you won't miss out on getting them if you love to foil. So before we get started, let me just, let's just welcome Tom. Hey, Tom.
Okay, you sure you want to do that? You sound raring to go and getting into it.
Well, I have a lot of cards to make today.
Yeah,
and today we're so busy, crazy, because Catherine from Scrapbook and Cards magazine and her husband Jack are flying to Chicago and driving up here to Milwaukee to spend the weekend with us for an event that we are hosting here in our studio. And so it's crazy around here today, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
But you're going to be back with a word of the day, right?
Actually, something close to the word of the day. Something hopefully amusing.
Okay, something amusing.
Yes.
We love amusing things from you.
It involves words.
Okay, good. That's all that matters.
All right.
All right. So I want to show you guys two brand new poly glaze sheets that I'm so excited. Didn't think we'd have them in time, but this is we've got plenty of time because it's kind of the calm before our next release. So if you order these, they're going to go out really quickly. Unless we get a million orders. I don't know. We'll see. But we've got two brand new poly glaze designs, and here they are. So this is the Spring Butterfly. Look at this butterfly and the Easter Delight. Now, I want to show you what these look like foiled. I foiled them with some gold foil. Check out these butterflies. Oh, my word. Look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? And you will not believe the detail in these. Oh my gosh. So these are our spring butterflies. Of course, butterflies are good any time of the year, but you could make beautiful Easter cards with these. And remember, you can ink blend over them. You can even mask these edges off with masking magic, so you keep your ink blending contained to inside the lines. But I love this one. This one, I might have to do a 5-minute or a foil it Friday card with this one. I might do it. And then check how cute this is. These are the little eggs and the bunnies. Isn't that just adorable for spring and for Easter? And I just think it would be so fun to color these with either colored pencil or Copic, probably Copic markers or water-based markers, maybe a little watercolor, something like that, just to, you know, add a little pastels in there. But aren't they so cute and fresh and crisp? I just love them. So these are brand new. And because we didn't think we would have them in time, and we do. We actually have them on sale. We put them in our spring sale category. Hey, Jennifer. We put these in our spring sale category. So this way you can even get them at a reduced price. So if you're new to polyglaze foiling, they work very similar to the toner sheets that are available. They work with your Mink laminator, but there's no black spots because there's no black. So, and they foil perfectly every time. So you got to try these. And these are also in that category. I think Sammy put them in that category so they'd be easy to find, but they are at a reduced price. So you can get a few of them if you want to make a bunch of Easter cards, or you want these just in your collection for everything. Okay, so today I thought that I would do a card featuring one of my favorite die sets, and it's this set right here. This is Winter Wonderland, and I love this set. It is the perfect set for winter cards and winter scenes, but I thought we could do a really cute little Easter card using the church. So let me get my pick and stick tool because I could see that I was very bad about cleaning it last time. So I want to just poke these little things out of here. So we've got this cute little church for one card. And then I thought it might be fun to do a little card with these and do a welcome to the neighborhood. A lot of people move in the spring, and you might see that you have a couple of new neighbors moving into your neighborhood. Might be nice to bake up a few cookies or bring over a bottle of wine or something and a little card welcoming them to the neighborhood. When we moved into our neighborhood, the first day, one of our neighbors and her kids came down, and they brought us a card, and they brought us a little treat bag, and it was super nice. So that's something that you can make. Also, this would be a great card for congratulations on your new home. So you can do either one. Also, I think when you're doing like houses, you could also say, you know, it could be a retirement card if you wanted it to be, because a lot of times that's when people start to stay home more. And there's something very homey about this die set. And I have this die set priced at 50% off, pretty close to 50% off in our sale category. Then I also have this die in the sale category. This is our Easter cross, our elegant cross. It's got a shadow also, so I'm going to use that today. I've got the Easter and shadow die in the sale category, so I thought I'd use that today. And then I've got a whole bunch of other products in there, including Master Layouts 8. So if you want to do some scene building, this one's on sale with all the hills and valleys and sunshine and trees.
Is that 6?
Oh, Master Layout 6. Thank you, Tom. Yes, Master Layout 6. And that mixes really well with these little houses. So this is on sale. And then a bunch of other sets are in that category, stamps and dies. And then I've got this in there, which is our sentiment sheets, our spring sayings sentiment sheets. And I love this because it has He is risen, spring blessings, hallelujah, wishing you peace. But then it also has things like way to go, you did it, happy graduation, which is perfect for graduation cards. I know a lot of us are working on those. And then it's got just happy, because you can use happy with birthday, you can use it with Easter, you can use it with Mother's Day if you have dies for that. And then just blessings, so that you can do Easter blessings instead of Happy Easter. And you can also do wedding blessings or anything like that. So remember, this cross and this church also make great wedding cards. So when you think about all of that, also new baby cards, maybe it's a christening that you're going to. So this church can be used for so many different things. So let's move that out of the way, and let's grab a piece of white cardstock and let's get started. So I thought I really am loving the gradient look on die cut pieces. So all of my cards today are going to be super clean and simple. They're not going to be complicated cards at all, because sometimes when we're in a hurry, you know, we need something fast. So I thought I would start with the Easter card, and I thought that I would do this in a turquoise combination. Just because you guys know I love turquoise. So I thought I would use Turquoise Sea. Let me find my ink stand. Okay. Turquoise Sea. And then I am going to get my brush nice and inky here, and I'm going to start down here, and I'm going to work my way up. So
request for assorted packs of polyglaze.
Oh.
And a question on how many sheets are in one pack.
10 sheets are in a pack. So it's very small. You know, it's just enough for you to enjoy a design and make enough cards before you start getting sick of it and you want to do a different one. So that's why we did smaller packs instead of, you know, a big pack. And it's another good reason why you guys might want to try the polyglaze, because I know that the hot foiling is really popular and it's beautiful for sure. But sometimes you just get sick of that same design over and over again. And this allows you to just get bite sizes of a lot of different designs. And something like Easter, Maybe you don't want to make more than 10 Easter cards and it's not worth buying a whole background die just for 10 cards. This allows you to do that. And of course you can cut these up and, you know, use it as a strip instead and get 20 cards out of it if you want. But, you know, that's how many are in there. Okay, so you can see I'm working my way up and I'm just fading into almost nothingness. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to add a second color down here because I want it to be a little darker down there. And you guys know what color I'm going to add. I'm going to add Tranquil Teal to the mix because I want it to be darker down at the bottom. So we'll get that nice and dark down here. Okay. Yes, we are going to be doing some more generic polyglaze with birthdays and things like that that you can use over and over again for sure. I think one with all different happy birthday words would be really fun. Can the sentiment sheets be foiled? Yes, they definitely can. These are printed with toner, so these are more like toner sheets, and you can foil these as well. Okay. I don't want to go too up high. I think that's going to look pretty good. Okay. We'll see. So I've got to kind of test it out on my die. Yeah, I think that's going to look really pretty, right? Isn't that going to be pretty? Okay. So we'll go ahead and I'm going to do just a little more here. And I'm going to rub this color off. I just want to get it a little bit mistier up here. So there's still a little color and you can see it against white. Okay, I'm going to grab my die cutting machine. Actually, I'm going to do one more thing. No, I think I'm going to do that with cardstock instead. So let me move this and get my die cutting machine. Where is my die cutting machine? I cleaned my whole space yesterday. Bad move. I don't recommend it. Can't find anything. That was a very bad move on my part, especially before going live. Yes, all of our stamps are going to be restocked. We don't have dates for those, but they will be restocked. The ones that aren't in our clearance category. If they're still on the site and you can get on the waiting list, it's ordered and it's going to be restocked. Okay. So now I'm placing it so I get a lot of the dark and that I get some of the light, but I don't want to go past where it's just a faded blue. I don't want to go up into the white too much. And then I'm going to cut this. Okay. Yeah, guys, I don't have any information about when things are going to be restocked. I'm really sorry about that. We're dealing with supply chain issues, and it's just, we just don't know. Now, here's something I want to show you that's really pretty. Look how pretty that cross is. You could do 3 of these and make the 3 crosses on the mountain using Master Layout 6 to create some mountains. And that would be really pretty. And if you want this to be the biggest cross, you can take the other 2 and just snip 1/4 of an inch off of each side. And that will keep it consistent in, you know, height to width, but it'll make those 2 crosses smaller. No, the polyglaze butterflies should not be sold out. Tom, can you go tell Sammy that they're maybe showing is sold out and that she needs to make sure that they're in stock. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to pull this out. Oh, look at that. Look at that gorgeous design. Okay. Oh, man. I love this color. Isn't that so soft and pretty? I'm so jazzed about this kind of inking technique, and I've been doing it a lot lately with words, with die cut words, but I just think it looks so extra pretty in these big die cuts. So you know how we have other die cuts in our collection that are standalone, like our feathers and our flowers. We've got some leaves and things like that, the foliage, the botanical duo. All of those look so nice using this inking technique. But a cross is such a great option for your collection for christening cards, wedding cards, Easter cards, get well, any kind of, if you do a church ministry. And look how pretty this is going to look up against white. Just so soft and pretty. I love it. Now I'm thinking I'm going to try something here. I don't know if it's going to work. Another way to get this all out, and I told you this on a live the other night, you can just drop it on your floor and a lot of this will come out, but I'm just going to do it here because I just vacuumed my whole floor. And honestly, my floor looked like New Year's Day. You know how New Year's Eve in Times Square, mine looked like New Year's Day when everybody had to go clean up all the ticker tape stuff all over the place. That's what it looked like around here. So I don't want to drop this and have these go everywhere. So I'm just going to poke them out real quick here, just in case we need to use it again. But I want to try something because I know traditionally it might not, you might not think of Easter with black, but is it really a Gina K card if it doesn't have some black on it? And I know not everybody will like it, but I just think black cardstock just pops everything just a little bit, especially this gorgeous gradient. I think it's going to make it show up a little better. So let me go put this in my trash. Here we go. Still got a few in other places, but okay. I'm going to take a piece of black cardstock and I'm going to cut out the single one because I just want to see how it looks. You guys know, right? The little pop of black, most of your cards. Okay, I feel better because everybody's saying most of my cards have black. Okay. So the polyglaze sheets should be showing in stock very soon if they're not. Okay, look. Doesn't that just, okay, hear me out. Doesn't that kind of feel like stained glass, like in a church where they have all the black leading in between? I think that's what it's called. I think that just makes a difference. So I think we're going to do that. And I love that it really accents this small cross, because when I think of the cross, I don't think of the ornate cross. It's beautiful, but I think of the actual wooden cross, you know, when I'm thinking of Easter, and I love just that delicate plain cross in the middle. So let's go with that. We'll go with that idea. And then why don't we add a little bit of texture onto a piece of cardstock with an embossing folder? So, what do you guys think about the lattice embossing folder? Do you think that's going to be too much? I think it might be nice because it's got the straight lines that the cross has, but they're on the different angles. So I think it'll kind of keep it consistent and a little bit more, I don't know, I feel like it'll look pretty good together. So why don't we do that? So I am going to do it. Before I do it though, I'm going to cut this down to the size I want. I'm going to cut it down to, oh boy, I did just dump some on the floor. I'm going to cut this down. I want to look first and see if that's going to be a good size. Yes. So I'm going to cut it to 3.5 inches. And you could cut this with master layouts too if you want. 3.5 by 4 3/4. Okay. I want to cut it first because I want to just line it up and have it be perfect the way I want it to look. So when you're doing these kinds of folders that are, you know, very patterned and regimented, you do want to make sure that you line it up well before you send it through. If you're going to die cut it afterwards, then you don't have to be as careful, but you will squish down the design if you run it through your die cutting machine after. So that looks pretty even. And I'm looking at these 4 corners to see if it looks even to me, and it does. So now I'm going to place it in here And I could use either the Spellbinder's embossing plate, which really makes a loud noise. Maybe I'll do it anyway. Or you can use just a clear plate with a couple shims of cardstock. Hey, Kathy Zilski. I got Jennifer and Kathy here. Hey, guys. Ooh, okay. There we go. Sorry, Tom. I know that went right into the microphone. Okay, and you can choose which side you like. So on this side, you get the very delicate outline of those diamonds, but on this side, you get the chunkier diamonds. And I'm not sure, but I think I kind of like the chunkier diamonds for this card. I also feel like I'm going to be able to adhere more things onto this, and it'll be a little easier. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. Let's get rid of, no, we're not going to get rid of this yet. We are going to get some silver cardstock. I think we'll use silver, although black is going to be much better. Let's use black. I know everybody just went, aw, because I know you guys love the idea of the silver and the gold. But maybe I would be better off doing it with foil. So I'm going to cut out this Easter die with a piece of black cardstock, and then I'm going to cut out the shadow with a piece of white cardstock. I'm going to do them together. I have them blade side up, and I'm going to just cut them both out together. Okay. And then we'll pop this one out of here. And remember, with these delicate dies, make sure that you're pushing in all the holes so you don't tear it if it gets stuck anywhere. It takes an extra second to do it, but oh, I love that. That's so pretty. And I love them together. There we go. And I think this is going to go right on top here. And then I will use one of those strip sentiments. I'll cut it out, but I think I'm going to ink it up a little bit first. So let's do that next. Let me move my die cutting machine out of the way. Okay, it's already a mess in here. It was like 2 minutes. I can push the black ones on the floor because the carpet's dark. I won't see those, so it won't bother me as much. All right, so we're going to use the Spring Sentiment set. So should we say Happy Easter or Easter Blessings? Which do you guys like better? Happy Easter or Easter Blessings? You guys tell me. I'll wait. What I'm going to do while I'm waiting is I'm going to trim this down so that it fits into my little bin, and then it makes it easier to die cut. Easter Blessings. Okay, blessings. So you see how these are in columns and then these are in columns, but these are too big, right? Because these are the bigger greetings down here, and you can't really cut all the way down. So you want to cut this bottom off first. That's what I do with the paper cutter. I cut the bottom off first. And then you can cut them into strips like this. And then they're very easy to die cut with our strip sentiment dies or anything else like that. This I'm just going to cut in half. And then you can see that's all very easy to store this way. So that's the way to cut those. And again, you can foil these without any problem. So we're going to do blessings. I'm going to cut one of these off. I'll cut this bottom one off because I want to ink it up before I cut it with the die cutting machine, just while it's a little bit bigger. So I'm going to use a little Tranquil Teal, but I'm going to go real light-handed on it. That's my bracelet making that sound. But yes, you can foil these, and you can ink blend and then foil, or you can foil and then ink blend, over them. I think that's going to be a good color for that. Alrighty. Now we'll get the sentiment strips dies. I've got both my small sentiment strips, or my regular sentiment strips, and my large ones all on one magnet. And that's a good fit for that. I'll get this. I'm going to make cards as quickly as I can today so I can get a couple in. And then we're going to cut this out.
Can you use the sentiment dies with the polyglaze lovely notes?
Can you use the sentiment dies? Lovely notes might be a little big for the sentiment strip dies. It may work with the large ones. I haven't really tried that since they actually have their own dies. So I haven't tried it. So that is definitely something I would have to try. But if you have them, it'd be worth trying it and see how they fit and see if you like the look. Oh, thank you guys. You're so sweet. Okie dokie. Blessings. That's so cute. All right, let's assemble this card. And I don't want to throw this away because you guys have watched me throw my dies away. I threw leaves away. Still haven't found them. I know it's terrible. 2 little leaves. They must have been stuck to a piece of something. I will keep this because this is actually really pretty. And that could go on a tag or anything. All right, let me grab another scrap here. And I'm going to cut this one down to 3 5/8 by 4 7/8 for my layer. And that should work. It always seems like when you run your embossing folder through that it like scrunches it up a little bit and you get shrinkage, cardstock shrinkage. So I'm going to just trim it a little bit off. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me, but didn't that look, that looks a little better. That looks better. Shrinkage.
Question, where
Yes.
do you come up with the ideas for your cards?
Oh, gosh. You know, I don't know. Sometimes I dream about stuff and I wake up and I'm like, oh, my gosh, I got to write that down because my brain doesn't remember things. So, you know that you're addicted when you dream about card making. And I bet a lot of you in here do dream about card making. But a lot of stuff comes to me in my dreams. A lot of stuff. I actually shop my own YouTube channel for ideas. And I know that sounds weird, but I've been doing this for so long and I have so many videos on my YouTube channel with techniques that I'll go back and look at an old technique and say, how can I put a twist on this? What can I do to this technique to, you know, take it up to the next level? All right, I'm going to glue this together with Connect Glue because there's a lot going on here. And then other times, you know, something will just come out of nowhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta try that. I really, really try hard. And I know a lot of my friends are like this too. A lot of us don't, well, we don't have time necessarily to watch each other's videos all the time. I mean, we might pop in on a live to say hi and stuff like that, but we're all pretty busy making videos and editing videos and preparing for videos. It's really, really time consuming. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to edit a video and do voiceovers and stuff. And so even my one little video that I do like that, and my reels take a while to edit, stuff like that. Those, we don't always have a lot of time to watch each other. And I remember, I mean, it has happened before in the past where the 2 of us, I don't know if it was Jennifer, Kathy Zilski, Christina Warner, where we will actually post a similar technique at the same time, or we'll like think of something at the same time and do it. And people will either say to Jennifer, to me, or Kathy, or like, oh, I just saw that on so-and-so's channel. It's like, that is just dumb luck because most of us don't even have that much time. And also, we don't want to really take each other's ideas. I mean, we want to allow each other to come up with our own ideas. So, okay, that was pretty easy to glue together. And then that's going to go on there. I just like this whole faded look. That is so pretty. It would be pretty just to have a strip sentiment on there, to be honest with you, but I'm going to try the Easter dye and see how it looks. Yes, we're on the same wavelength. That's right, Jennifer. That happens a lot. I did a video on a fancy fold, and Jennifer sent me a card that she was doing in a class and said, "Oh my gosh, look at my card from my class. I made this last week." And it was the same exact fancy fold. I'm like, how in carnation? I know it's not carnation, isn't it? Tarnation. I don't know. But like, how in the world did both of us get hit with the same thing? Honestly, I wonder sometimes if ideas are like floating through the ether and then they just hit your brain like a computer. And then other people that have the same kind of brain, they think the same way, get hit with the same thoughts. It's just so funny. It happens more than you would think, and it's very funny to us.
So Bev wants to know, her Connect glue seems runny. Does that mean it's too old or gone bad, or?
I'm not sure, Bev. That would be something to call customer service about. Maybe send them a picture, and they might be able to help you with that.
You can be a little aggressive with it sometimes, and it comes out more than you'd want.
Yeah, and sometimes in warmer climates, it can be a little thinner, and in colder climates, it can feel a little thicker. And it depends how old it is, too. I mean, everything has a lifespan. I hate to think about that, but it's true. I feel like that's not on there straight, but we'll go with it. Okay. Try to make that centered. Yeah, and the truth of the matter is, as long as some of us have been in this industry, I don't think there's anything that hasn't been done. It's just we all kind of present it in a new and fun way. It looks different with a new stamp set. A technique might act differently with a new type of ink or a new, it might be a die cutting technique, but we have a brand new die and it just kind of brings it back to life. I mean, heck, I've been shopping my channel for ideas and I brought back rubber bands, but I had never done rubber bands on an acrylic block. This was a few years ago. And then I started wrapping them around an acrylic block and made a plaid. Okay, do we like that look? Do we think that that's cute? I think we do. I think we do. And then there's also, and you'll see this sometimes, and I really like when people do this. I think I've seen Kathy Zilski do this, and I think it's really cool. She will watch one of her favorite creators, and then she'll say, today I'm going to do my take on, I was inspired by so-and-so, and I'm going to do my take on that video. And then she always has some really cool take on it. Do you guys like it on Tranquil Teal? Should I do it on Tranquil Teal? I'll do it on Tranquil Teal. I will look at it on Sea Glass, but I think we're going to like it on Tranquil Teal better. Here it is on Sea Glass. Sea Glass feels more springy, but I think there's something about Tranquil Teal that just makes the lighter parts of this cross pop out more. You kind of see the cross more. So we'll go with that. So there's all kinds of ways that people get inspired, and I just think that's kind of cool content that Kathy does that sometimes. Kathy, I want you to copy me. Not copy me, you know what I mean? Like be inspired by me. So that I can do one of those TikTok kind of videos where I do side by side and I watch. I always wanted to do one of those. I see those all the time on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, so I am going to score this at 5.5. Yeah, I think we all agree that Tranquil Teal brings out the lighter colors in this card. Or most of us do. I do like the black. You know I do. And also there are some stamp sets that you might say, oh my gosh, you know, 2 creators did the same card. But there's some stamp sets that you see, like this card right here. I mean, I would think most people would want to have that cross dead center of their card and then add a greeting to it. So some things are just meant to be. I feel like a few little sequins in here would be really pretty. But I'm going to put that aside because I want to get to my second card. And we'll bring it back in the action. Okay, so I need another piece of white cardstock here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little rainbow. Because aside from the idea of doing a welcome to the neighborhood, I feel like a little rainbow feels very welcoming. So let's do a little rainbow here. A little rainbow welcome. Okay. So we're going to do this in a very simple way. We're not going to ink blend these colors into each other. Oh, no sequins? You guys don't like the idea of sequins? Okay. Well, that does make it easier to mail. That's for sure. Okay. So I'm going to start with red. And this is Red Hot. And I'm going to just give it a little bit of red right there. Now you could do this with cardstock, but I really like the way the inks look for this. So we're going to go with the inks. All right, I'm going to go with Tangerine Twist next. Get some tangerine on here. There we go. That should be pretty good. Next, we'll go with some wild dandelion. You're over rainbow? Oh my goodness. I don't know that I could ever be over rainbow colors just because they're so bright and fun. But I'm glad you like the ombre. That ombre look is really fun to do. And it's funny because when you do the ombre thing, it doesn't really look that good. It looks a little blotchy. And then all of a sudden you cut it out and it looks perfect. So I'm going to put some green here. Oh, I'm so glad you guys have joined us for Crafternoon. I know there's a lot of stuff going on today on the internet. Like a lot of you are taking the SCT classes, and so you're trying to finish up your first class and trying to find time to eat and get ready for your next one. All right. So I need one more little piece of cardstock, which you guys know that's not a problem because I cut all my scraps up. So I'll just get another little piece here. It doesn't really look like a scrap, but it'll work. Well, what do they say? A rainbow is God's promise, right? I'm just going to do 5. If you were going to add the last color, of course, you would add purple. But I don't want to do 6. And I like the odd number idea. Okay. All right, let's cut these out. And then I'm going to use this stamp set here. This is the Welcome Home stamp set. This one is also on sale. So I'm going to do welcome and then to the neighborhood. So, oh, it would be, the sunshine stencil would be beautiful behind that cross for sure. That would be amazing. Instead of doing, you know, the embossing, to just have that sunshine coming out in all different directions. Great idea. I want to say Mindy Egan made a card similar to that with that idea, if I'm not mistaken. That's my little color clip. I'm already losing things. Can't stay cleaned up for long around here. not afternoon in South Africa? Oh, goodness. Okay, so I'm going to mix these up, and where'd the other one go? I had another small one. I had these. I gotta find the last one. Where did it go? Oh no. All right. Well, for a totally cleaned up desk to totally lose a die is not unreasonable, but I guess I will open this one so I have it. I don't know where it went, guys. I took them all out, which probably wasn't a good idea. I probably should have left them on the magnet, but I didn't. So luckily I have this little sample set, and I will just take one out of here. This is I have a bunch of sample sets laying around, and okay. So I think I'm gonna do small, big, small, big. So we're gonna start with red, and that's gonna face this direction. And what I'm doing here is I'm making the chimneys go in opposite directions. Not this one. That's going to go in the same direction. But then I'm going to... Boy, these all go in the same direction. Okay, well, forget what I just said. This is the only one that goes in that direction, I guess. Only one. But at least two are alternated. I guess I could do two of these houses. Maybe I will. Oh, maybe I will do that. I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to cut this out. We'll see what I need in a second. Mindy, didn't you do something with the cross where you did a sunshine behind there? You should share that in the group again. Okay, so there's my little orange house.
She said she would.
Oh, good. Okay. For some reason, that card of yours really stuck in my mind. It was beautiful. Jennifer did a beautiful card with that set, too. All of our design team just knocks it out of the park. Karen Hightower, and oh my gosh. Okay. So yes, I'm missing my yellow one. Little window shade is closed. There we go. Now we need the yellow one. So we're going to go back to this same house because I want the chimney to be on the opposite side on this one. I at least want two of these to have the chimney on the opposite side. So I'm just cleaning out this die real quick. And we'll make that one yellow. Put that over here. And then we will cut this last one out in turquoise. So I hate to say this. This is going to sound really bad, but it is like 40 degrees today out. I got to cut this off. It's in the way. It's like 40 degrees out today, and I'm already hot. Now, that's a problem, right? I'm already sweating. And I've been complaining that I'm cold so much, and I'm already screaming about the heat. Maybe it's just the lights in here. The lights are very hot in here. Or maybe it's just my own personal weather pattern, but it's hot. Here we go. All right. There we go. Now we have our little rainbow of houses. Now remember, I told you this was going to be a very clean and simple little card, but I think it packs a punch just because of the rainbow effect. If I did these all just plain, I don't think it would have the same appeal. All right. Let's get Master Layouts 2. Master Layouts 2. I put my Master Layouts 2 die in my Master Layouts 4 package because I was frantically organizing. See, this is what happens. No more organizing for me. I'm totally done with this. Now what I want to do here is I just want to lay this die out, and I want to make sure there's room for all of these. Yeah, there is. There's room. Okay. So I'm going to cut this out with white cardstock because I want this to feel like a very clean and simple card. Yeah, I bet you're right. I bet the die is like magnetized onto something, the bottom of something. I will find it. Maybe it's even, remember my snowman was over here on my inkstand? We'll find it. I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to cut this out with Master Layouts 2, and then I'm going to cut a black panel with the larger rectangle die from Master Layouts 2. All right, Tom, everybody's waiting. I think we've got 1,700 people here now. So everybody's waiting, and you said that you had not a word of the day, but you said words. So I'm nervous, but I can't wait to hear what you have to say today.
I was thinking of back after we got married years ago, all the names we had in this crazy family for each other. Some of the crazy names. Well, you were always Bean, right?
Beanie, yeah, that was my nickname, Beanie. And that started because my mom always called me Gina Bean.
Right.
So Beanie was, yeah, everybody called me Beanie. And Beanbag. My dad called me Beanbag.
Beanbag, yes.
Which at the time was cute, but at my age, I don't like bag being attached to anything, but go ahead. Carry on.
So remember we called your dad Asbestos Mouth?
Yeah, we did.
Because Asbestos Mouth, because he would get soup and send it back. It was steaming, and he would send it back. It had to be like molten, like just a bowl of steam, basically.
It's the truth.
So we called him Asbestos Mouth. And your cousin Anthony had some interesting names. Didn't he call your mother Sarge?
He called my mother Sarge.
Sarge. And then, as I recall, he had a name for me. He just called me the Nightmare.
He did.
The Nightmare.
The Nightmare. That's what he called you. It's
So,
true. True story.
Kind of fun to have. Those are the words, the names of the day.
Names. That's great. Okay, so I'm starting with the yellow one in the middle, and I'm going to space these out by working my way backwards on either side here, just to see how they look. And I'm up a little bit high on my card, and I'll show you how I'm going to actually line these up so that they're all perfectly straight. And they don't even have to be straight. Like, they could be like up and down like that. Right? They don't have to be perfectly straight, but if you want them to all be straight, I'll show you a little tip for that. But I want to put that there first because I want to stamp welcome, and then I want to stamp to the neighborhood underneath. So I'm going to start with to the neighborhood. I know that sounds weird, but I'm going to start with to the neighborhood because I don't want that to end up too low or too high. The Nightmare. Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of stuff going on. You were such a good sport about that, though, because it was funny and everybody laughed every time. Okay, so I'm going to do that, but I want to make sure this is straight. I'm going to put my houses down over here. I want to make sure that that's straight. So remember my little trick where you take the index sheet off the stamp set and you just lay it on your cardstock, and then you can ink this up. I'll ink it up with this ink cube that's right here. There we go. That looks pretty straight. So now I can just clean that off, and then I can finish up my card. So Tom, they want to know why the Nightmare. Well, my cousin Anthony was kind of a quirky dude, and I come from an Italian family. So Italian, I mean...
Some of them names you didn't question.
He just answered. something about the girls in the Italian family that the guys weren't. Nobody was good enough. But you are good enough. You're better than good. It started out, like nobody's good enough for my daughter, and then it ended up like if you two ever get divorced, he stays and you go. That's what happened with my family. Okay. So I'm gonna do welcome here. All that work, and I still don't think it's as straight as I wanted it to be, but it's all right. The welcome's easy because it's kind of scripty, so it is funny how both my parents are deceased, but they loved Tom, I think, like twice as much as they loved me. They loved him. You were the son they never had.
The nightmare they never
The
had.
The nightmare they never had.
Pretty low bar to live up to. He's not really a nightmare.
Okay, so I've got welcome to the neighborhood stamped on there. And now we're going to place our little houses. So let me get this out of here. I have ink on my finger. I'm going to do something. Alrighty. And we will adhere these two together. It is a good feeling when your mom and dad like your spouse, that's for sure. It's kind of nice. I know a lot of you have that. Some of you have that. Some of you don't even like your spouse. We all have days, right? We all have our days. All right, we'll pop this on here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a T-square. And I know they have some really cute crafting T-squares out there, so I don't know where this one came from. I'll tell you where this one came from. There's a story behind this T-square. So I went and did an event, and my friend Melanie Menschinger, who is one of our illustrators, couldn't be at the event. And so she cut out her own head, and she taped it to this T-square, and she made me take pictures. She mailed it to me and made me take pictures of her with me everywhere. So that's where this T-square came from. And I took her head off of the T-square because I needed it for a project. And now I'm using the T-square. And it's really great. It's really super. So what's nice about it is it allows you to create a straight line, right? By having it butted up against the edge. And then once again, we'll lay these out. I think I'm going to put them up just a little higher. Maybe right there will be good because we've got some tall ones. And you could really do this up if you wanted to use the Master Layouts 6 dies and you wanted to really kind of create a whole scene with trees and hills and everything else. It would be really cute. I also like this little asymmetrical look where, you just have them on the one side. But while we're here, we're just going to put them right across. And you could do this even easier if you have a pencil with an eraser, but I don't have a pencil in here, so I'm just leaving the T-square there. So let's take a look at that. Does that look like it's placed well, or should we come down a little more? I think we should come down a little more. Make them more in the center. And I can eyeball this because I feel like I can. So I think I'll try that, but I'm going to do one at a time, and I'm going to start in the center so that I know I'm in the center. But that's pretty cute. Okay. Yeah, the Simon Says Stamp one is really good, that T-square. I really like that one. I need to get one of those. Just so that, what did I do here? I have a little glob of glue that dried on there. Let me get rid of that. Okay. feel like I should be using a tweezer for this. Is Mindy watching? Only Mindy knows how to do the T-square. I mean the tweezer. I'm gonna try it. It's nice to use glue because you can, you know, manipulate it and move it so that it looks straight. That looks pretty good, pretty straight. Whew. Okay, that's one. I think I'm just gonna do it with my fingers. Too much stress. I don't know that I'm gonna get to my church card, but all I was gonna do was create a hill using the Master Layouts 6 die set, and then I was going to put the church up on the hill and then do Happy Easter. Real simple. Ooh, that is not even close to straight. I need the T-square. Looks good. If you're worried about getting these down straight, you can do the staggered like I first did, and it might even be easier for you than this, because this can be, or just draw the pencil line. Have a pencil in your craft room, like I do not. Okay, these are throwing me off now. Yeah, the Welcome Home, it's got other really cute things too. So this is a year-round set. I'm just going to show you. It's got Happy Anniversary, which would be great for the church or the cross too, for anybody that's a spiritual person. Welcome Home, Welcome to the Neighborhood, Welcome New Baby, and then Happy Spring, Summer, Autumn, Winter, Happy Birthday. So there's a lot of different ways that you can use this set. And I just like sometimes these very clean and simple little cards are so much fun. But I feel like this little set, I thought it was only going to be good for the holidays, and it is so cute. I mean, wouldn't it even be cute? Like, some people have people coming home from the military. Some people this summer are going to have kids coming back from college. You can make them a little welcome home card. And I think the rainbow just makes it cheerful. That one there. I know there's a little space in there, but we can make sure that we look fairly even going across. So I can spread them out a little bit. And there's other little things in there. So if you need to add more, there's the little light post, which is super cute. If you wanted to make a winter scene, there's the snowman. So those little additives are kind of cute. Some people own a little more lot line here on this card. Oop. Get that up just a little bit. Okay. It's pretty good. And then we can put this on any kind of card base that we want. And we could do a few little sequins here on the side if we want, but we don't have to. Now let's see. We could do purple because that is the missing color of the rainbow. So we could add it onto a purple card base if we wanted to complete the rainbow. That would be fun. This set is called, it's a die set called Winter Wonderland. And when I designed it, I thought, I really shouldn't call it Winter Wonderland because people aren't going to realize how many other things you can use it for. But crafters are smart and they know how to convert things into other things. So there's that. Let's look at it on a wild dandelion card base. I feel like that might be a fun one, especially because that's in the middle. But the purple's cute. There it is on wild dandelion. No, let's go with the purple because that's the only missing color. And that just brings it all together. People are liking the purple. I see your comments. Oh, yes, purple. There we go. Such a simple card. I might embellish it before I post the pictures. We'll see. Depends. I gotta look at it. But it's already 1 o'clock and I never got to my church card. I guess crafting is not a race. It's just a fun, relaxing thing, and you can't push it. So there is the welcome to the neighborhood card. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Well, we got 2 kind of fun spring cards for all those friends that have new neighbors moving in this spring, or somebody coming back from college. You've got a welcome home card, and you can just change that out to welcome home using this set. There's the word home right there. Or welcome to the neighborhood for a new neighbor. And then Easter blessings. All right, so we got 2 in, Tom.
Yeah,
we got
baby.
2. All right, so why don't we give this Easter card away to someone?
All right.
Pearls would be really pretty going across in there too, like these little pearls, but okay.
Let's start with the cheesiest of drum rolls.
Let's do it.
Fanfare. Okay. The first winner is Christa Potgieter.
Yay, Christa! Congratulations, Christa! Woohoo! All right, Christa. And our little welcome to the neighborhood card.
Welcome to this looks very Bermudian.
It does. It's got, all the little cute little houses in different colors.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So the winner is Deborah Mugot.
Deborah, congratulations, Deborah. Welcome to the neighborhood, Deborah. I always feel weird sending these cards to people. It's like, welcome to the neighborhood. They open it up and they're like, that's weird, but it's a good idea to have in your collection. So ladies, if you would send your name and address to info@ginakdesigns.com, we will get these cards right out to you. Now I'm going to be back with a little Foil It Friday card. And remember, one more time, because people just got here, I want to just show them one more time. These are our brand new polyglaze sheets. We've got these gorgeous butterflies and they're on sale. And this cute little Easter design. Oh, love that. And these are brand new, and they're also in the spring sale category on our website. Check out our spring sale. So I will be back with a Foil It Friday video. I'm going to try to wrap that up later today. And then it might come later on Friday too, depending on how much I get done today. And then Tom and I will be back next Tuesday night with another Stampin' Chat Live. So in the meantime, stay safe and healthy. We love you all so very much. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye.